everybody, it's Anna. Time for our Wednesday card in this week's tarot story. So today we have the Star reversed. So the Star is a major arcana card, which means it connects to important life lessons. And the lesson of the Star is about recovery and restoration, but not just restoration, not backwards, but forwards. So let me explain that. Like we're being restored to a larger version of ourselves. So I'll turn it up right so we can look at it for a minute. The Star follows the Tower in the major arcana sequence. And the Tower is the point where an old structure falls away. We've outgrown the old structure and it falls away. And it actually can feel quite disastrous. It can feel very scary because a familiar structure, which might have been supportive at one point or helpful, is now falling away. And now you're kind of naked in the world again, right? And actually, here we are. The woman is naked. The Star shows a naked woman pouring water on the ground and in the pond, and there's 7 stars above her that are all representing the seven energy centers. She's being restored and rebalanced. So basically, this is saying you got too big for the old structure. It fell apart. That was quite shocking and horrifying for you. So now we're in a place of restoration where you're able to kind of release the trauma, release the fear, the anxiety, kind of bring everything back online, as well as feeling the expansion that tower was in the way of. The tower's gone now. Now we're going to settle into this expansion. There's also this little ibis bird in the background, which represents the bird of prophecy. So it's almost like you're hearing your own prophetic voice in a new way. So this card is about completing the work of that expansion. The structure fell apart and now we're here. This is reversed. And I feel like that suggests that maybe we're having a hard time recognizing this next step. Like maybe the tower fell apart and we're still kind of caught in that trauma. We're still caught in the stories, the questions like, what did I do wrong? What went wrong? Like almost as though we're looking for, that's resistance, by the way. You're saying this shouldn't go. This shouldn't have happened. So when we say that, we're creating resistance in our mind and now we're not engaging what's in front of us. So I feel like the reversal here is we're not engaging the reality of what has happened. So we're not able to move forward and benefit from the gift of the Star. And I feel like this is a really interesting card to follow yesterday's, which was the 9 of Swords. So the 9 of Swords is the moment just before the mind completes its work. And as I said yesterday, like the work of the mind really is surrender and release. That's the work it's moving towards. It's letting go of an old structure, an old paradigm that's been familiar and helpful, kind of like the tower. Like, yes, it's time to release this old structure because we've gotten too big for it. We need to move on and see what else is possible. But that shift can feel very scary to the mind. And in the 9 of Swords, the woman seems to be having a panic attack. Like she's really scared of this transition. So it's important to realize that asking the mind to walk in faith is a hard ask. We're asking the mind to basically step off a cliff when it knows about gravity, right? And it knows we don't have wings. So you're asking the mind to really put its well-being, its faith in the intuitive genius of the intuition, right? Which is hard. So if we're going to ask the mind to do that, we have to really understand and be mindful and caretaking of the mind. So these processes, like the tower, is a normal part of the journey, of the spiritual journey. It's not, we didn't do something wrong, nothing went wrong. It's evidence that we have completed multiple steps and we're at this step of our journey. But we have to help the mind see it that way, recognizing that it's still very hard for the mind. So being very kind and loving and caretaking of the mind. So yesterday I talked about the 9 of Swords. Like the challenge at this end point, just before we cross the finish line, is to sort of take the mind's hand and say, it's okay, you did a great job. We're exactly where we're supposed to be. Just relax and let the magic unfold. And I feel like that's the message here, right? The tower fell apart. It wasn't serving us anymore. We didn't mess it up. We didn't mess up. Nobody attacked us. Nothing bad happened, right? It just fell away because it was in our way now. So relax. Let's move forward. Let the intuition guide you into this new place and allow yourself to be recovered, to be restored, and to discover the expansion that was at play when the tower fell in the first place. So consider, once again, the message seems to be clear for the last 2 days, really acknowledging that we're asking the mind to do something very difficult. The mind will do what we ask it to do. It really will if we treat it with love. Every part of us just wants love and support, right? So when we ignore the mind and push past it, we're not giving it love and support. But when we acknowledge this is hard, this is difficult, and we honor that and we offer our friendship and our kindness to the mind, even though it's still scared about moving forward, it doesn't know what's going to happen next, it doesn't feel comfortable, it is kind of willing to go along because you're offering it love. You're offering it what it wants, which is love. And it's willing to be brave for the sake of the one who loves it. So consider how you can offer your mind love and the grace to step into this place of being cared for and being restored. See you tomorrow for our next card. Bye.